We might cut it short.
Already 40, and when you
Okay.
think
Oh, this rolling loud. Let's see. For first day, I never listened to bro. Um. Okay, Lil Tyler. Okay. This whole line almost, except the last two niggas, whoever this is and YT. But Lil Tyler, 1900, Nino Pay, Laser Dim, Hot Boy. That's tough. All of them got something that I'll be like, okay, decent. Georgiana, El Snappo. Okay, a little decent. Okay, Friday not bad. I could vibe Friday.
about
Breaking news. Is that gonna stay the
who
whole
else?
time? I can't even see through that bit. Playboy Cardi. Okay. Caribou I see, but I don't listen to music for real. I don't see nobody. I don't see nobody on day two. Saturday, I wouldn't want to go to Saturday. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. Baby Chief do I see. Pooh Shiesty okay. But nah. Saturday, Elf Saturday. I don't want to go to Saturday. Yeah, you know Sundays, NBA Youngboy definitely. And he a headline too? Okay. Sexy Red. Okay, yeah. Low Shimmy, Skrilla, Hurricane. They know what they doing. Friday and Sunday, the fire days. Um, okay, Golden Count Up. Okay. Not too crazy, but yeah. Sunday is probably my favorite just because of Youngboy, but then Friday next. Let's see what he's talking about.
Travis might be the youngest. Let's just look at that, right? How old is Drake?
Oh,
So Drake is turning 40 this year. How old is Kendrick? Kendrick is turning 38 this year, right? How old is J. Cole? J. Cole is already 40, and he's 41. And how old is Future? Future is 42. Now, I remember even Andre 3000. I forgot what age he even said it, but he said, honestly, he fell back from music because he really thinks it's a young man's sport. Now, I do think that the age range, and this is not an ageism type of conversation I'm trying to have here. I do think, the age range of music is definitely expanded, and of course, there's people who listen for different eras. So that's not really the conversation I'm trying to have. What I'm trying to say is that there's a deletion of the middle class. So eventually, that top class, they're gonna have to have a changeover because they're gonna lose passion, or they're just too rich, or they're gonna pursue other ventures. This is another conversation to say do we have people to replace them? Because usually the middle class, somebody breaks out and gets to the upper class. Travis was middle class for a while, and then he got to the upper class, and he's been there since. Now, I'm saying class, but I'm just talking about tiers, right? So the upper, like the top tier artists, which there are probably only 5 of them, right? Or maybe let's say under 10.
Under 10.
They're there. What I believe has happened is there's a deletion of the middle class of music. What do I mean? The middle order guys that used to sell around 100,000, maybe 80,000, those guys, they're either all the way down or they broke out already. There isn't a stabilization of the middle class. And this is kind of like reflects the economy to a certain extent. As time goes on, without some correction, the middle class always get crunched. Like the middle class, what was considered middle class in the 60s and what's considered middle class now is very different. Could you survive off a middle class income then versus now? What I'm saying is that it's happening in music. Who am I mentioning? I'm mentioning the Polo G's. I'm mentioning the Roddy Riches. I'm mentioning the Lil TJs, the A Boogies of the world. I'm mentioning the Moneybagg Yo's. I'm mentioning those guys. They would be filling out that middle class of hip hop. They're not top echelon artists, but they're not bottom of the barrel either. And those guys used to be those.
Oh, they got No Cap and Boss Man.
What's also important to kind
of. Oh,
like
and Flatboy Max. Okay, this J go hard.
Rolling Loud and its lineup is a good example if you're gonna analyze that, right? Like, you're going to notice, like, Rolling Loud, with all due respect, and shout out to my man Tariq, and I will be at this event, by the way, too. Other than the top guys, you don't see much middle order guys. You see guys on the bottom kind of coming up. The middle order, the middle level artists have been gutted out. Now, there's a few still there, but think about how many middle level artists we used to have that are kind of just not really relevant anymore. And I think that's why Rolling Loud didn't book them, honestly.
That's
right?
Real.
Yes.
Because I'm like, who... A lot of these is a lot of new artists. There's not too many like That's valid.
Middle, right?
Ain't
Middle
gonna lie.
class.
Academics
Boss
been breaking
middle
shit
class,
down.
No cap to a certain extent, middle class. But the rest of
Yeah,
these guys,
no cap.
they're guys that, and when I say bottom level, it's not that they're trash, is that they're on the come up, right? So like all the middle level veteran artists, they're kind of been gutted. They're either completely irrelevant, or they got no motion, or they've given up on music, period. Right? So you're seeing a bunch of people there, and the only people who escape it, like, I know you're gonna be like, what about Chief Keef? He's a legend. Legends, you don't have to even rank him. You know what I mean? So, like, for example, somebody like Kodak, like, yes, he could be like middle order if he's not like a top tier artist, but he's like, he would get booked just off being a legend. It's Kodak. We're not seeing active middle order guys that you're like, if he drops, he's gonna do 80. If he drops, he does 70. Yo, whatever. It's either these, we're teetering on superstar versus the middle order, and even down to being like, let's say somebody like Yeet. Like Yeet, I think in a different era would be like kind of like middle order. Right? Now he's teetering on superstar. He's ascended up.
Really?
There is no middle class of music anymore. Again, this Rolling Loud lineup isn't probably the best representation, but you could use it as a representation. Most of these artists, they're on the lower level other than the headliners, and it's not as a diss, they're heading up. But there aren't like these established guys that you're like, oh, this guy's been consistent for the last 4 or 5 years. He's a veteran. He's still lit. Those guys have kind of like really dwindled down. And I think what happened at Rolling Loud, those guys have outpriced themselves.
No cap.
They're not that relevant anymore. They're used to getting like 150,000 or 100,000 per show. And Rolling Loud probably said, listen, we're going to spend the money on a headliner. Let's just get a bunch of guys who are on the come up. So I think the middle class in music is completely dead. Let me tell you what a healthy middle class is, right? Let's go back to Rolling Loud. I don't know. Let's go to 2018 Rolling Loud, right? We'll look at this. The idea of a 2018 Rolling Loud, right? Give me 1 second. Okay. This is a good one right here. Okay. Jesus, can we get the fuck?
Come on, Act. Come on, Act. Come on, Act.
Sorry.
What the fuck?
Come on now.
All right, here we go.
There we go.
Oh my God. Okay, here we go. So like back then, yeah, J. Cole, superstar. Uzi's kind of right there because this is coming off of Love Is Rage 2. Then we have these guys are middle order at this point. Young Thug is middle order. He doesn't really get to like kind of bordered by superstar status until 2020, which is so much fun. But we have ASAP Ferg. At that time, Playboi Carti was in that mix. Young Dolph, Currency. You could actually see there was a bunch of people who were active. Even Youngboy was there, who were active on the scene that were viable artists, but they were middle class artists. And I'm not saying that they're trash. I'm saying in terms of their status, right? Middle class, right? The Navs, the Fetty Waps, the Trippie Reds, Chief Keef at that time because he was more active on the scene. Rich the Kid, right? That was middle class, right? We're talking about Ski Mask, Machine Gun Kelly for show, Lil Yachty, perfect. And then right on the superstar status, we would have these people like, 21 Savage or Rick Ross or, maybe, I don't know if Wiz Khalifa at this point, he might have just been legend status, but like a Gucci, a Kevin Gates. My point is this now.
Kevin Gates.
These days,
like middle class.
There is no more middle class in music. You're either completely irrelevant or on the come up, or you're a superstar, or you're a legend. There is no more, completely. Hey, I am the old reliable artist that, hey, I'll never be J. Cole, but I'm like super viable. And I'm like the consistent over the next 5 years, I'm going to keep, I drop, I sell 50. I drop, I sell 60. I drop, I sell 40. I'm that consistent guy. Those people are out of here. They're all out of here.
So what? I wonder what he is considered the baby. He ain't dropped in 4 years. He just dropped his album.
A few of these artists that's teetering or at superstar level, and everybody else is like on this come up like rat race on getting the next hit, trying to build. There are new artists on that level too who are trying to, just jump from competing among everybody to being superstars, but that's even harder because there's no more middle class. There's no more middle class, Chad. This is why I think also Rolling Loud has been suffering. The middle order artists are gone. So put it like this: Rod Wave is not a middle order artist. He's selling out a tour by himself. He doesn't need to be on your lineup as a middle order artist. He's a superstar.
Yeah.
Future, superstar. Travis, superstar. Cardi, superstar. Youngboy, superstar. Where are these other artists that you're like, this guy could do 5,000 venue, like a 5,000 stop venue every place, and he could sell 40, 50,000 record. He's consistent. He has a name enough. And am I making sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Am I making sense?
I think so.
No. Platboy Max isn't necessarily middle class. Platboy Max is he's on the like that introduction class, and if he lasts long enough, and he makes big enough hits, he'll jump closer to stardom. What I'm saying is that there's no middle level anymore. It makes sense though, right? Like we could talk about all these artists. Like again,
he gonna bring DDG
I'd say
out.
Lil Durk was I'd say kind of, right around his arrest, he was a middle order type artist.
I don't know about that one. I think Durk, especially around his arrest time, right? That's after the Youngboy beef and all that. I think he song with Morgan Wallen. Kind of what he was down there like. Kevin Gates down there probably was the first rapper, at least that I knew of, that collab with a country artist. I think Kevin Gates was the first one I knew of, but like he the first one you know what I'm saying, the whole world knew him and Morgan Wallen song. What, Broadway Girls? I don't know. I think Dirk he might end up changing the answer. I don't know. We gonna click play, but I think Dirk down there was superstar status. I don't think he was mid tier. Around that time, he was mid tier when he dropped that. Damn, I can't even think of the song. While back though, I think he was superstar status at that point.
Right? He could sell like 100, and you would kind of think even if he didn't sell 100, he'd do 80. Those people are rare and far in between. I hope you guys understand that. So I'm agreeing with Bow Wow to a certain extent, and the extent I'm agreeing with him on is that obviously, we talked a lot about business today, and that definitely affects why that is. So economics and also the business of music, and I do think touring has been the most popular thing it's ever been. It used to be a big deal back in the day. Kanye rapped about, we talked about it yesterday, Kanye rapped about my big brother was Big's brother, and he rapped in the second verse about, when Jay announced a show at the Garden. And that was like a big thing. Like, he announced a show at the Garden. Like, it was a big thing that Jay would sell out the Garden. Like, these days, Rod Wave does the Garden twice. Like, touring is much more popular now, too. You get what I'm saying? Like, some of these guys could, but it's only a few artists. The rest of these guys can't sell a ticket to save their life. And I think that's why Rolling Loud has suffered. Like, where are the guys that are going on tours? Like, I'll look at a venue right now, right? Popular venue in New York City. It's called 5,000 cap venues in NYC. Let me see. The Paramount is one. Let's look at that. Is it Paramount? Paramount event.
That nigga pulling shit up fast, low key.
Is it called Paramount?
Alright, I think we gonna end it right there though. He's speaking some facts though.
Something like that. Brooklyn Paramount. Okay. Brooklyn Paramount.